Well, what have we here? Smackdown Live from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. John Cena was on the show tonight. Did he earn his way into a chance at WrestleMania? And what is in a New Day? Did one of those New Day members just show why they should have a singles run coming out of WrestleMania, in my opinion? We also had a tease of the Bludgeon Brothers, which I think are going to get the tag team title match at WrestleMania. I hope they get some actual real wins under the belt instead of just making them like the Ascension 2.0, where they just beat up scrubs, and then when they face somebody who could give them a challenge, they just won't do anything. So, and before we get into anything else, Unscripted this week is going to have a lot of nice little things that we're going to talk about this Saturday. We're going to talk about the nice, what was really planned for Brock Lesnar. We'll get into that on Saturday. If you want to check out last week when we talk about Double J and why he's actually who pushed for his induction and much more, go make sure to check that out. Check out the Raw review, which was last night, which we did cover the hot mess, garbage mess that was WWE Monday Night Raw. It was by far one of the worst Raws in a long time. Way to follow up last week, I would just say that, WWE. My name is Franz. I am going to be here today. And then, of course, we have our favorite show of the week, everybody, and watch that is NXT tomorrow, and then Unscripted on Saturday. Follow me on Twitter at the Franz. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFranz08. I am having a little trouble with my Twitch streaming right now because my normal PC just blew a gasket. My power box blew on my PC, so I don't have an actual PC to stream what I usually stream, so there's going to be, like, other things being streamed that are going to be through my PS4. Anyway, on to the show. John Cena kicks off the show, and 30 seconds into the show, we get our first Kevin Dunn is a moron. That's not the right tag. John Cena's coming out. He makes his entrance. We'll get to the promo here in a second. But John Cena makes his entrance, and instead of it saying John Cena, it says the Bludgeon Brothers. Yes, fuck Kevin Dunn hit the wrong graphic button, which makes me think that they must have these graphics all like they have these superstar graphics with their names on them and everything lined up on a button, and he clicked the Bludgeon Brothers instead of John Cena. Even though I don't know if they're in ABC order, why would you click the Bludgeon Brothers when Cena would probably be way down? Unless they're in, I can see why. You have the Bludgeon Brothers, and right beside them is John Cena. He went to go press John Cena, and his buck teeth fell out and hit the Bludgeon Brothers. So he had to go pick up his teeth, and someone noticed that his buck teeth, the chompers of his, hit the Bludgeon Brothers, and they clicked it off and noticed the mistake. So Kevin Dunn is 0 for 1 already tonight. John Cena asked to be added, and this request, this chance for John Cena was something I was not expecting. Along with others, expected John Cena to come out and challenge Shinsuke Nakamura to a match at Fastlane, and if Shinsuke Nakamura was to lose to John Cena, he would take Shinsuke Nakamura's spot. That did not happen, but what did John Cena ask for to get an opportunity at?
I am here. I am here for the same reason that 99.9% of the Smackdown superstars are here. The only one superstar with a guaranteed match at WrestleMania is Shinsuke Nakamura. So I, like almost everyone else, are trying to find our road to WrestleMania. In less than 2 weeks at Fastlane, there is a fatal 5-way championship match. I want in. I am not here for a handout. I am here tonight to do whatever it takes to earn a spot in that match. So let's cut right down to the chase and get it started and find out what I have to do to make get to WrestleMania.
John,
Shane came out.
we've all heard exactly what was on your mind and what you said. And a superstar of your magnitude, everybody is looking for their role on the grandest stage of them all. But the pathway that you propose puts you smack dab in the middle of the WWE Championship match at Fastlane in 2 weeks' time. Where if you won, not only would you go on to main event.
I knew they would cut it out, but before he actually got to this, there was a massive Rusev Day chant while he was trying to start speaking this, but of course they would cut it out. Yet Vince McMahon and them don't want to duly note and actually give Rusev Day a chance to actually shine. They're not given opportunity that they could actually become a formal tag team and maybe tag team champions. No, we're going to just sit there and let them just be buried. We're going to get the same thing as Zack Ryder or King Barrett. Rusev Day was on this show tonight, but Rusev was not in action.
WrestleMania, history would be made because you would be walking into WrestleMania the 17-time world champion.
Every superstar
Daniel
that's
Bryan
in the
comes
fatal
out.
five-way match earned their opportunity for their chance at the WWE title. If you won in that match, we're going to give you something that we give to everybody else, an opportunity. In tonight's main event, where if you win that match, we will put you in the WWE title match at Fastlane.
Main event of Smackdown Live tonight. If I win, I'm in. Fine. Who's my opponent?
It's somebody you're very familiar with. Tonight, you will go one-on-one with none other than the WWE Champion, AJ Styles!
Wow, that is huge!
Shane McMahon reluctantly actually starts doing a yes chant himself. So there's two things you can feel about this when John Cena gets added to this, because you know he was going to. If it comes out that the Undertaker match is 100% not happening, we need to pump the brakes. If it comes out before, I'd say, the Fastlane, that Undertaker is not going to wrestle at WrestleMania, then we have to hold up and be like, this is Vince's backup plan to Undertaker. We're going to have, but John Cena being in this match, I don't see him even coming close. Even if the Undertaker match is not happening, which it's going to happen. It's just, they're just swerving you. It's a little too early. We still have Fastlane. And the fact that John Cena is a free agent, that he can go to Smackdown, they want to pull till Fastlane. This is why Asuka hasn't made her choice yet, which coming out of Raw last night, she was supposed to make her choice last night, but they want to wait till Fastlane. I'll get into that later when we talk about Ruby Riott versus Naomi, which I really didn't care for, but I'll talk about that then. So he gets his shot at AJ Styles tonight, and if he wins, he is in, which we'll get to that later. First match of the night was Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. Match started off and they locked up. By the way, Kevin Owens was at ringside for this entire match. He did not speak much and didn't really want to acknowledge Brian Saxton at all, which I wish we could. I wish, and this is something I've heard Solomon wants to talk about. I don't remember when he did it, but I heard it probably at a way later date. I would love a chance to watch a SmackDown Raw pay-per-view or any event that has commentary with the commentary turned off 100%. I would just love to watch the matches as they are, like I'm actually there, because then I wouldn't have to hear Byron Saxton or Michael Cole or Booker T when he was there, or any of these guys that are just so goddamn annoying. They lock up and Corbin shoves Zayn into the corner because Zayn gets away. Sunset flip by Zayn, runs off the ropes and gets clotheslined by Corbin. Zayn with a cheap kick, and he bounces Corbin off the announce table when they're outside. Zayn looks to get back in the ring, and he eats a right hand. Corbin then goes over to Kevin Owens, and he was like 90% of the time focusing on Sami Zayn. The other 10% of the match, he focused on talking trash or staring at Kevin Owens, and of course, this comes to bite him in the butt right here. He goes talks trash to Kevin Owens, who's at ringside, and gets flipped over the barricade by Sami Zayn. During this, we go back to where we see Shane and bicker about Kevin Owens being at ringside. Is this necessary during a match to have? And they do this twice, 3 times actually. Like we cut to the back with not a picture-in-picture. Well, I guess you can say that because they were watching. Daniel Bryan was watching the match on TV. So Shane comes in and is like, "Really? Your buddies are out there. Why are you letting these guys get away with this stuff?" They did it twice, and it was like, is this stuff really necessary? Back from break, Zayn has control. Rusev Day chants from the crowd. Yet, and as I said yesterday on Unscripted, this week we'll talk about a Raw superstar knocking Rusev Day off of the top selling merchandise on Shop WWE, but he's still on the top 3. So why is this guy not in the main event title picture? Oh, that's because it's not their plans. We'll get to that later. And back in the back again, Shane McMahon has popcorn now because, popcorn. I'm surprised it wasn't pancakes because it was National Pancake Day, which is every 6 months it feels like, or every 3 months. In the back, Bryan is praising Owens' commentary. We go back to the match. Zayn jumps and gets caught by Corbin and chokeslam backbreaker, which I love that chokeslam backbreaker. That is really awesome, especially when he catches somebody in the air. He's just like, and bam, onto the knee. Running clothesline nearly takes Zayn's head off. Jaw jack by to Corbin. Corbin goes to retaliate, and Zayn jumps over the ropes but gets caught and bounced off the announce table. Back in the ring, Zayn rolls up Corbin for a 2 count. Step up tornado DDT by Zayn, which is always a beautiful looking move. He doesn't pull it out all the time, but when he does, always great. For a 2 count. All of a sudden, they pan over to Kevin Owens on commentary, and you see somebody jump the barricade off besides Kevin Owens, and next thing you know, boot to the back of Kevin Owens' head. He's down. It's Dolph Ziggler, who then goes and bails to the side and hides, so Sami Zayn doesn't see who did it. Sami Zayn gets up and it's like, what's going on? What happened? And then he pretty much gets hit with the end of days 1, 2, 3, and Baron Corbin is your winner. After the match, Corbin gets hit with the zigzag as Dolph Ziggler stands tall. In the back after this match, Daniel Bryan actually asks if he can go home so he can see his wife, his kid. Of course, Shane's like, go ahead, make sure you tell him I said hey. Back from the break, we see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn walking into the back, not happy at all for what happened, and they run into, of course, who else but Shane McMahon.
What was that? What was that? Where'd he come from? How'd he get you like that? 1 second, I'm about to take out Baron Corbin, and then what a surprise. How's it going, guys? Okay, are you kidding me? Did you see what happened out there? Did you see what just happened? Yep. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Listen, before you guys start going off on another conspiracy thing, excuse me, listen up. Daniel Bryan just left, okay? And I suggest you guys go after him and catch up with him because, Bree doesn't like when you guys are all late for dinner. Have a good night.
That's a good one. I would give Shane McMahon props on that one. That was a really good joke. Oh, that's a really good joke. Bree doesn't like when you guys are late for dinner. That's a good one. So there is that. Ruby Riott versus Naomi. Of course, Becky Lynch and Charlotte are out for this one, which we've had since after Survivor Series. We've had Naomi and Charlotte, and then Becky Lynch when she came back from shooting her movie versus the Riott Squad. Tamina, Lana, not Charlotte, but Natalya and Carmella. They've had some interaction with these women, but for the most part, it's been the 6 women. It's been the same 6 women. Why? I'm hoping after Fastlane, which I have an idea of how they're going to do this now, which they want to wait till Fastlane and let Asuka, let us know that Asuka's actually going for Charlotte. This is just ridiculous. Carmella is the Money in the Bank, the woman's Miss Money in the Bank, and she hasn't even been on TV since she tried to cash in for like a month ago on Charlotte when she kicked the referee out of the ring. That was like the last time since the last time we saw Carmella, the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, on Smackdown. What kind of bullshit is this? I mean, are you serious? How are we ever going to actually, like, it just feels like they've forgotten so much about Carmella that they're not going to have her cash in, and she's going to become the first person to not to cash in at all. It is just laughable how they do this. I don't know who thought this. I don't know who thinks this is a good idea, but they need to, like, get shit straight, because it's like, are you for real? I don't know what they're supposed to be doing with Carmella. She is the Money in the Bank. No, she's not going to try and cash in at WrestleMania. That would be stupid if they try to do that. Have Carmella cash in at WrestleMania. Have Carmella cash in at WrestleMania. Pull a Seth Rollins. And then okay, scratch that. I guess Carmella's going to be Becky Lynch challenges Carmella to a match next week on SmackDown, as it shows on my Twitter. So all that stuff I just said about Carmella not wrestling on SmackDown, I guess we can throw that out the window. But still, when is she going to cash in? I do not know. But when it comes to Asuka's winning, Asuka's choice. Basically, what's going to happen, and this is just the truth. Charlotte's going to face Ruby Riott at Fastlane. They don't want her to come out. Don't want her to come out and say, "Hey, I'm going for the." They could just have us come out and put on the mic, is like, "I'm going to Smackdown to take on the winner of the match at Fastlane." But what I think they're going to be doing is they're going to have Ruby Riott lose to Charlotte. And after Charlotte wins, and this is how I would book this then, she's going to be in the ring holding her championship up when the kabuki mask, or whatever that mask is that and I don't mean to try and disrespect her or anything, but that mask that she wears is that mask that Asuka wears is going to show up on the screen, and then Asuka's music is going to play, and Asuka is going to come out and let it be known that I'm not going for Alexa Bliss. I'm going for you. She doesn't have to say anything. All you have to do is have her music play. Have her come out, and then just have her come out, and if you want to, you could just have her just kick Charlotte's head off, or whatever you want to do, to give everyone to know this is who she's going for, and boom, there you go. Everything's ready. We're ready for Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. All you have to do is do that. So, that is that. For some reason, I know they had the Biggie Smalls and Tupac murders unsolved going on right after the show, which I was a wee little kid, didn't know anything about Tupac or Biggie Smalls when I was a kid. I know they have a significance in the rap world for all they did in WWE. I mean, not in WWE, but in the music industry. But I have no desire to see the thing because, one, it's a dramatization of things that's already been known, and yes, the government did cover up them. It did have him playing their murder, just like they did Dr. Martin Luther King and JFK. But I'm not going to talk conspiracies here. So there's that. Of course, they were in the back. He was in the back talking to Breezango, which put these guys in the fucking ring and give them matches that we want to see. I am tired of seeing untapped potential for these guys to just sit there and do absolutely nothing. Then we had by far the best. Then this led to the New Day coming in. They talked for a bit, I guess. I switched back and forth between the Minnesota Wild game just to see what was going on there. While this was going on, I came back and the New Day was in there. Then I guess the New Day was come out to renew their rivalry with the Usos, and Big E showed me that he needs to, if they got behind him, if the machine got behind Big E with how he cut his portion of this end of this promo tonight, should get a singles run as the US or WWE champion after WrestleMania.
Are looking to secure our position on the grandest stage of them all.
But first, Fastlane, where we take on our greatest rivals. I'm talking about two guys who pushed us to the limit. From Money in the Bank all the way to Hell in a Cell. I think you know who I'm talking about. Who? I'm talking about Jay and Jim, the Usos.
And oh boy, that rivalry is hotter than my inner thighs in the summer. And in less than 2 weeks, we're gonna do it again. Because last week we defeated Benjamin and Gable in order to become first in line at an opportunity at the W.
And before they continue, why can't Rusev Day get a shot at? Why couldn't Rusev Day be in that match against the New Day and Rusev Day winning, so we could have Rusev Day versus Usos at Fastlane? Why did they only go? Well, Gable and Benjamin lost the last match that they had against these guys, against the Usos, fair and square. Let's give them another shot. I don't know. WWE's like, there's word that WWE loves tag team wrestling in the back, yet they just shit and piss all over tag team wrestling all the time.
WWE World Tag Team Championships!
The WWE World Tag Team Championships were retired in 2010 when they were unified with the WWE Tag Team Championships, and Bret Hart came out with those ugly ass copper black leather strap and copper plates with the Roman helmets on them for whatever fucking reason. The Spartan Roman helmets.
Now, everybody knows we respect the Usos. We respect them, no doubt. But this isn't about respect. This is about winning. And at Fastlane, when we win, we gonna make our way down to the Big Easy, New Orleans. We gonna party on Bourbon Street, get to Millie rocking and twerking and swiveling our hips with the entire WWE universe. And do you know why?
Because
I just want the New Day to end. I am so
talking about
over
the
them.
power of positivity. Well, here's a dose of the reality. For the past 9 years, me and Noose been right here grinding. For the past 9 years, a whole bunch of blood, sweat, and tears been poured right in the middle of this ring. For the past 9 years, we try to prove to everybody that the Usos belong on Wrestlemania. That's just it. WrestleMania. Year after year, we've been getting passed over. New Day versus the Usos, and we about to run right through you like we always do. Yeah, this year, we the MVP. This year, we the first round draft pick. This year, we the all-star team. This year, we the starters. You on the sideline. Yes, sir. That's the difference between you and us. We know how to adapt. We evolve. We move with the game. While y'all sitting there stuck in the past 5 years, the future's standing right in front of you, boy. Fastlane and WrestleMania. Welcome. 5 years? lost your mind? We've been at the top where we
Are
belong.
you getting serious?
We've been kicking down doors. We've been breaking barriers. We've been setting records. We hosted WrestleMania when the two of you were in the back eating catering. And at Fastlane, we take what is currently yours and become not the one-time, not the two-time, not 3 or 4, but 5-time WWE World Tag Team Champions. And there's not a damn thing either of you can do about it.
Oh, they dropped their mics and everything. It looks like things are about to get all hot, like heavy up in here. And the Legend Brothers music hits. They make their way to the ring. Before they get into the ring, you had the Usos and the New Day all sitting in there. The Legend Brothers, Harper and Rowan, both go back and grab their hammers. They're not mallets, they're hammers, totally different, and head into the ring. Everyone bails. So, and no, they didn't have a match tonight, which is fine. Don't want to see them squash another bunch of jabronis, so, you know. But that, you just see how great a promo can be when it gets serious. No joking, no laughing, no goofing around. Dead ass serious. The Usos, serious. That and that part of the promo at the end for Big E, serious. That was just some of the best promo I've seen from Big E, and gives this guy a singles run with that kind of promoing, where it's serious, no goofing around, just hard as can be. That was a great fucking promo from Big E. I would love to see this guy get a singles run and see what he can do on the mic by himself. Because I remember back when he was quote-unquote a single star, but he was associated with Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee. He did have good talking skills, they just didn't use him right. So I would love to see Big E get another shot at being a single star. And the New Day, I'm so over them. The whole pancakes, the trumpet, the whatever they want to do. I almost said something I didn't want them to have, but yeah. So apparently, this was not seen on Smackdown unless I missed something. Shane McMahon had a talk with Rusev Day. Rusev Day was not happy about being left on SmackDown the last 2 weeks. Shane McMahon decides to say, well, you're going to be in action tonight. Aiden English thinks he means Rusev. But no, he says, Aiden English, you're going to go up against Shinsuke Nakamura. So, I haven't seen Shinsuke Nakamura in a couple weeks, but he was there tonight. Before that match happened, though, we had Bobby Roode in the back being asked about his match at Fastlane with Randy Orton, and who gets interrupted by Randy Orton.
Bobby, last week Shane McMahon made it official at WWE Fastlane. You will be putting your United States Championship on the line against the Viper, Randy Orton.
For the very first time. Exciting. I've said before, I want to be the greatest United States champion in history. In order for me to do that, I need to test myself against the very best. In my opinion, Randy Orton is one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. I know he seems to have a bit of an issue with me as of late. After everything that Randy has done in his career, everything that he's accomplished, I mean, it certainly couldn't be the fact that I ranked higher than him. Smackdown Superstars Top 10 list.
It's not about the list, Bobby. It's about that title. The United States Championship is the only title that I haven't got my hands on in 16 years.
Fact.
So, just so happened to be the guy I got to run through to take it.
Yep. So nothing from in the modern day did not ruin our SmackDown this week. So thank fucking God for that, because I can't stand that guy. But yes, it's been, I don't know, about 2002 when he made his debut until he joined Evolution. But I believe this will actually be the first, if not the first, but one of the very few times, if ever, that Randy Orton actually wrestles somebody for the WWE United States Championship. I did not get to see Randy Orton's early work before he joined Evolution in 2002 when he was on Smackdown, so I don't know if he had a US title match back then, but he's never been in the, I don't think he has, I'm pretty sure he hasn't, he's never actually had a US championship match before, so for the very first time we're going to see Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton, and it could possibly be for the very first time Randy Orton actually challenges for the United States Championship. So very interesting, and Jinder Mahal, nothing from him. Woo! Good for that. Hopefully, unless they do something on SmackDown next week to have him inserted into the title match, what was the fucking point of having Jinder Mahal cause all of this? You have Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode at Fastlane if he's not going to be inserted next week. I don't want to get to Fastlane and we have a Ty Dillinger thing where Jinder Mahal has beaten Bobby Roode or he's beaten Randy Orton next week in a singles non-title match. He comes to the pay-per-view and is like, look what I did there. I beat Randy Orton. No, I beat Bobby Roode last week on SmackDown. I should be inserted into the United States Championship title picture. If he doesn't get inserted, then I guess Jinder Mahal is just not going to be on at Fastlane, which I'm not mad about that. The next time we'll probably see Jinder Mahal on a pay-per-view is a return to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, where he'll probably be eliminated by Rob Gronkowski by Mojo Rawley, again, helped by Rob Gronkowski. I'm kidding. Aiden English versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to level with you guys. I didn't get to see this match because I do have PlayStation Vue, and for whatever reason, from him getting halfway through the song, which the fucking graphics, the sing-alongs, they gotta go. Those have got to fucking go. You treat your adult fans like 2-year-olds with that shit. I don't care how much of this product you try to pander and cater to the fucking kids. You know who watches WWE more than the kiddies? My age, which I'm 27, to my dad's age, which he's in his late 40s or early 50s. In between there is where WWE's fan base is majority of. So seeing the New Day's "Don't You Better Be Sour" on the fucking screen, or when the people are doing their promos and you see the words coming on. If I want to sit there and read what these guys are saying, I will turn on closed captioning. That is what that is for. You don't have to put that shit on there. Get fucking rid of the damn those stupid childish graphics. We are not little babies. Grow the fuck up, Vince. I don't know who brought this shit to you, but it has to go. Another problem I have, Rusev Day is the most over act on SmackDown. We had Rusev Day chants at the beginning of the show. We had Rusev Day chants versus Zayn and Baron Corbin. And then you have Aiden English coming out here singing like he's a heel still. Are you fucking kidding me? This is King Barrett, Zack Ryder, Ryback, and all those guys like that all over again. You want to know why people aren't coming to your shows anymore, Vince? You want to know why you have to rely on part-timers to sell WrestleMania, to sell SummerSlam, to sell the Royal Rumble, and to sell Survivor Series, and all your other fucking pay-per-views? It's because you bury everybody. You don't let anybody who's not John Cena or Roman Reigns, because I love myself some Roman cock. It's because you put your eggs in one fucking basket when it comes to everything. You don't give a damn about Rusev Day. Rusev Day got himself over. Oh, let's bury him. He's not allowed to get over. He wasn't supposed to get over. Hey, Vince, here's an idea. If you don't want to get anybody over, stop giving them gimmicks that you know that people somehow, some way are going to end up liking. Bad News Barrett. People ended up liking it. Rusev Day. Everybody likes it. Zack Ryder at one time was one of the most over faces in the WWE. Surprised you didn't turn him heel, but you did a different view on buried him a different way. If you want people to hate them, why don't you just make them all like Roman Reigns? Start having them be like predictable matches. Why do you think we all love AJ Styles? Because he's different from everybody else. He was over when he got here. The guy worked his ass off. He's one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world, and he's not. And the biggest reason everyone loves AJ Styles is because he wasn't made by WWE. Quite honestly, Vince McMahon, you're a fucking moron, and you need to go. Your buck-tooth friend Kevin Dunn needs to go too. Bury you guys 6 feet under outside the Orlando epicenter or whatever that fucking place is called. So yeah, having him come out to start doing his, and it made me fucking sick. I'm looking on Twitter because I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with PlayStation Bill, and WWE has a tweet that has a picture of Aiden English in the sing-along thing below, and they type in, "Sing along, fan, sing along, guys, universe," and I'm like, most people watching this show are adults. Kids are, like, even the kids that you pander to don't care about half the shit that you pander to them. They like the other stuff. They like the real shit. Bruce, like, the Roman Reigns promo from last night was scripted as fuck, but you guys tried to make it as real as can be. We'll talk about that more on Saturday too. What was the meaning behind that? But when John Cena and Roman Reigns went after each other, yes, those promos were scripted, but yes, they sounded more real because they were the truth. Why do people love the Miz's promos when he's talking truth? Because they feel real. The goofy, corny, stupid shit, pancakes. The fucking New Day feud fight against the fucking Gable and Benjamin was over fucking pancakes. Get rid of the fucking pancakes. Get rid of the stupid bullshit garbage that nobody wants to fucking see. You want your ratings to go up? Last week on Monday Night Raw, the first 2 hours were the highest rated segments. The highest rated 2 hours of Monday Night Raw in a long time. And then you lost it all in the third hour because nobody gave a fuck. We'll talk about it on Saturday too, but you had Ronda Rousey close the show last night, and that didn't even save the third hour. I hope with what happened with the ratings that came out of the third hour last night for Monday Night Raw, Vince will go to USA and be like, look, we had the biggest name that we could on last, and look what the ratings did. We're not doing anything, so hopefully that will tell USA that we need 2 hours instead of 3. Because that show's garbage. This show is better than it was last week, in my opinion, because of a couple things. But this show was way better than last night. I will tell you that. Not the best SmackDown I've ever seen, but still, I didn't get to see this match. But Shinsuke Nakamura, I did see on Twitter, won the match. I'm pretty sure it was a short and sweet one. I did see a picture of John Cena coming out as Shinsuke Nakamura was leaving. He pointed to the sign and said, and pretty much was like, "Cena, Shinsuke, I'll see you there at WrestleMania." Now, before I get into this match, I am surprised they went this route. I figured Cena was going to come out. I'm pretty sure a lot of people figured Cena's going to come out, call out Shinsuke Nakamura, and he was going to challenge Shinsuke Nakamura at Fastlane, which he could have said that and done that. And with the Shane and Daniel Bryan bickering, which they really didn't do much of tonight, except for doing the Zayn and Baron Corbin match, he came out and wanted to get in the match to make a Fatal 5-Way 6-pack challenge. He did win this match. I'll go over the match here in a second. But he did win this match. It is a 6-pack challenge now at Fastlane. The biggest problem I have with this is if it comes out before next Sunday's over, that the Fastlane man, that I know that like him winning this match pretty much tells you he's not winning this match. Vince McMahon's not going to have John Cena break the bullshit Ric Flair record, which is actually 22, but in WWE it's 17. I don't know what happened to the 5 world titles. They don't count, but whatever. I don't know if this could be a backup plan, maybe if Undertaker isn't able to wrestle, but it's going to happen. I wouldn't have been surprised if Undertaker was gone when it went off tonight and they would have set that up somehow. But no, they're going to wait till after Fastlane. Everything for WrestleMania is going to fall into place after Fastlane for a lot of people. Asuka, Cena, AJ Styles, or whoever the WWE champion is, which is hopefully AJ Styles. These guys, as usual, put on a pretty good match. They gave them a lot of time. The match started at like 9:32. I'm pretty sure. So they had almost a half an hour worth of match. They showed Zayn and Owens in the back. Later in the match, they showed Baron Corbin, and then later in the match, they showed Dolph Ziggler. Pretty much everybody else who's in the Fatal 5-Way at the time, which is now a 6-pack challenge. They lock up, elbow to Styles, a really stiff. He actually hit him. It looked like he hit him stiff. Elbow to Styles from Cena, and Cena takes control. He goes for the cover for a 1 count. Cena played the desperation babyface. He can't. The desperate superstar trying to do everything he can to get into this match at Fastlane. Yes, they made it play up like, oh, this is his one-way ticket to WrestleMania. If he doesn't win this match here, then he can't get to WrestleMania. Well, that's not true, because if he wins this match, he still has to go through Fastlane to get to WrestleMania. So whoever told him to talk like that, Cena was pretty much just winning a shot to get a chance to go to WrestleMania. This was not a one-way ticket to Mania. Shoulder block to Styles. Cena goes for another pin for a 1 count. Cena being more aggressive from the start, desperate to get to Mania. Tornado DDT by Cena, which they did say that Styles actually hit his head off of John Cena's hip. I'd have to go back and watch the replay. But John Cena usually doesn't hit a tornado DDT off the corner, so that's just an honest mistake probably from Cena. For a 2 count as they go to break. Back from break, and Cena with the side slam, then the 5-knuckle shuffle. He actually didn't stand by, he was doing the Kimbe no, wagging his finger, and stays a little bit far away so AJ couldn't kick his head out. Does the You Can't See Me, hits him with the 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena goes for the AA, but Styles grabs the ropes and hits a Death Valley Drive and net breaker for a 2 count. AJ slingshotted into the turnbuckle, hits a TKO. Then we see Baron Corbin watching, like I said. Cena has Styles up for the Super AA. Styles gets off of that, gets him into the torture rack, and hits the spin out powerbomb. Just beautiful. Now they show Ziggler watching as well. Styles goes for the Styles Clash, but gets put into the electric chair and hit with an X Factor like move. Instead of hitting him with his head facing Cena, he just drops him down with his legs in front like Cena. So I call it like a reverse X Factor. For a 2 count. Cena then looking at, they had Cena's face panned on the camera, and he's just telling Styles, don't get up. Don't get up. He gets up and gets hit with a running clothesline by Cena for a 2 count. Cena eats a jump kick by Styles as they go back to break. Back from break, and both men are down. They did show that Styles did hit a Styles Clash in the commercial break. I think right there it was like Cena's winning this match. If they're going to have AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash during a commercial break, Cena's winning this match. Why would you have AJ Styles hit his finisher, one of his finishers, because AJ Styles has like multiple finishers, which is great for a superstar to have. Roman Reigns. Roman needs a new finisher. He doesn't need to just have the spear. Styles hits a massive clothesline for a 2 count. He goes for the lion salt, actually, and misses. Cena hits the Toad Red for a 2 count, and then he pops up, grabs his leg, and hits him in the STF. Styles rolls Cena around to get a 2 count while Cena's shoulder wasn't even down. He rolls Cena on his back, and you can actually see Cena's one shoulder's not down, which is kind of dumb that they do that. Cena runs into the corner when Styles moves. Styles hits the phenomenal forearm for a 2 count. Jumping 450, I believe it was a 450. Cena gets the knees up. Cena hits the AA rolls too, but Styles gets on the rope. Styles heads outside. Cena comes out the other side, charges at Styles. Styles moves out of the way, and Cena runs into the steel steps. Ref starts to count, but AJ Styles goes to the ref and is like, I don't want that. I don't want to win this way. I want to beat him myself. Styles goes out to continue the attack, and Cena picks him up and hits an AA through the announce table. So AJ Styles is down. Cena actually rolls into the ring, pretty much exhausted, trying to get the ref count. Cena beat the count, and John Cena gets up frustrated as can be. Cena goes for the AA. Styles rolls through for the calf crusher. Cena rolls through, hits an AA, and Cena wins to go to Fastlane. We now have a 6-pack challenge. Owens and Zayn come out post-match. Corbin from behind, who lays out John Cena. Owens and Zayn join in, and all three gang up on John Cena and Styles. Ziggler out to clean house, sending off all the heels. He starts being buddy-buddy to John Cena and AJ Styles. He actually got Styles by the head and just starts he pats him on the head. And then, as the Smackdown logo, the Smackdown going off logo comes up, he nails AJ Styles, turns around and eats an AA. John Cena stands tall. So that was SmackDown Live. We do have a 6-pack challenge. I wish they would add the elimination stipulation. I'd like to me a 6-pack challenge or a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way when it's an elimination instead. So you don't just have a bunch of a clusterfuck move. You can have the match whittled down to a 1-on-1. I'd actually like those when they do them right. But that was SmackDown. What's going to happen at Fastlane? Unless for some reason Undertaker is not going to happen, then I don't know why you put Cena in this match. Unless you're going to have Cena eat the pin because of the Undertaker, which I can very well see them doing is Cena taking the pin because he looks like he's going for the attitude adjustment. Cena's got Styles up or whoever up. Cena has him up, and then the gong goes off. Lights go out. And then the lights come back up. Cena's gone. Cena is just gone. Cena is just gone. You don't know what happens to him. Lights go back out again. We come back up. Cena's laid out. Who knows? Maybe that's probably a little bit too hokey right there, but Cena is going to probably get distracted by the Undertaker in this match. By his gong, by the music, whatever. But maybe the Undertaker shows up at Fastlane and choke slams John Cena, and then lights go out, lights come back on, and Undertaker's gone again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But there's no way, and I'll say this again, unless Vince McMahon has lost his ever-loving mind, John Cena's not winning this match at Fastlane. Vince McMahon wants John Cena to be a 17-time champion, but he's not going to do it at Fastlane. WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania 35 in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which is where it's going to be. It hasn't been announced, but that is where it's going to be. East Rutherford, New Jersey. I don't know. I don't care who's going to be the champion. John Cena will walk into WrestleMania, #1 contender, and he is going to walk out your 17-time world champion. WrestleMania 35. SummerSlam's not good enough. Survivor Series is not good enough. Royal Rumble's not good enough. They want to break this record. It will be at WrestleMania, just not this year. So I'm predicting 1 year from next month, or from WrestleMania, we will see John Cena probably win his 3rd Royal Rumble next year. So, February 27th, 2017, I am predicting at the Royal Rumble at Safeco Field in Arizona, if John Cena, unless injury happens, John Cena will win the 2019 Royal Rumble, go into WrestleMania, and win his 17th World Championship on the grandest stage of them all, because there is no other place that Vince McMahon would want that accomplishment to happen. But that's in a year plus. That's next year. What we're going to have at Fastlane, Charlotte's going to win, Styles will hopefully win, the Usos will hopefully win so they can go to WrestleMania. I do not know if they've probably been at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure they've been at WrestleMania. Just on a pre-show or before they actually did the pre-shows on TV, the dark matches. So, yes, we have one more SmackDown to go before we get to Fastlane, and then as soon as Fastlane's over, we're back to dual-branded pay-per-views until they realize this is a bad idea, and it all goes to hell anyway. But that is going to be all. Make sure to follow me on Facebook. Well, not Facebook. I keep saying Facebook. I don't know why. But make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheFrance. Make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/TheFrance08, where I will be playing, I don't know what tomorrow, but I will be on this doing something. I will see you guys tomorrow night for NXT, where we have Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane in a return match from the Mae Young Classic Finals, where I think Shayna Baszler is getting her win back. But that is going to be all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good afternoon, evening, or night whenever you see this, and I will see you guys later.